Hi there, boys and girls. Adam Wincher with Defenders USA. I'm just doing a little bit of dry fire practice. Currently, I'm going to a target that's about 3 yards away beyond the camera. And I'm going for the circle of the face. It's about, I don't know, 3 inches or so. And I've got my clock set up at 1.2. I've got a shot timer on here. Currently using the Pocket Pro 2. So set up for 1.2. It should sound like this once it goes off. Okay, so there's 1.2 seconds. And just been working on a ton of dry fire today. So here we go. I want to make sure the dry fire goes click, right? I'll drive the gun out and go click before the beep goes off. Now I'm going to make sure I make sure I have good grip. I see all the sights I need to see, and I make an acceptable hit to the target. So here we go. Okay, so within the time frame, that was a good shot. That would have been dead center. Let's do it again. So if you notice, I've kind of gone down here, I've prepped my shirt, and I've got my hand up. It's a preparatory area that I've gotten to. I've noticed in my police career and other things when bad things have happened to me, when I've carried a gun concealed, I've tended to go low, and I've got a little bit of hold of the shirt, and my hand's up defensively. It doesn't look aggressive. I'm not up in the fence. There's times we'll go to that, but that tends to be my default thing, is just come to this. So let's try it again. So that was a bad pull, right? I clearly didn't clear the shirt well enough. That would have been a good shot. Almost dead center. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn and go this way. I'm going to a much smaller target that's 5 yards away. It's really one of these. It's one of the Defenders USA playing cards that we do. We have our students do this at 10 yards. It's got to be inside the interior line or touching the interior line, not the outside. And as you can see on this one, I did this back May of 29th at 10 yards, and I hit right there, and I was done in 1.71 seconds. So I'm still going to go for 1.2, but I'm going to something that's 5 yards from here so you can see it from the side. Not a very good shot. My sight came up underneath. I didn't drop it in. Let's try it again. That was a really good shot. So that would have been about a 1.1 maybe. Okay, that might have been closer to 1 second. That was a really good shot, by the way. Good shot. Dot dropped in. As I pressed the trigger, it was just starting to drift outside the line of my little target, but I think it would have broke the line on that one. So part of the process of doing dry fire is you got to be brutally honest about what you do, right? You've got to be brutally honest. If it's not there, it's not there. Because if you're not honest with it and you're just driving out and pressing the trigger without seeing everything you need to see, then later that's going to show up in your live fire, either your test, your competition, or even in your shooting. So you want to be very, very brutally honest about what you do. So let's try it again. Okay, that would have been just on the slight outside edge of my target. It probably did not hit. Let's fix that. Let's clean that up. I'm going to fix my structure. I'm going to turn my toes in. And really, for me, I like to see your toes, knees, hips, shoulders, and nose pointing at the target with equal pressure on both hands, driving and dropping the dot in. Here we go. That would have been dead center. I saw everything I needed to see. Let's do it one more time. Okay, that would have been on the top right-hand corner of that little target. Let's say it's, again, this card right here. It would have been about right there. So let's do it again. Okay, so in that case, when I drew the gun, my thumb was down and I end up catching it like this, and I had to move the thumb aside. So what that tells me is I had a bad grip on the gun. And what I don't want to do is I don't want to encode anything but what's good. So because of that, I stopped the entire process. It's part of what we call, or what is called, myelination. I only want to myelinate things that are really, really good. So I stopped right then and there, put it away, because I don't want to do a bad rep. We're in training. And in training, you always want to do the right, best reps you possibly can. So you encode it through myelin. And that's what I'm doing now. So let's do it again. And this time, knowing what I did wrong, I'm going to fix the thumb placement on the gun. Here we go. Good. That was a good shot. That would have been, if we called the shot, right about right there. So I'm going to fix that again. Okay, that one would have been outside. If you took the target and you looked at it here, the shot would have been right here. So I need to see more sooner, so I'm going to get the gun there sooner and take more time modulating the gun as it goes in to see everything that's there. Okay, the shot call on there would have been about right here. Okay, so right at the top of the target. I'm good at that. That means I was applying pinky pressure to drop it in. That was gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. The shot would have been right there. Okay, so would have been a good shot. Let's do it one more time. Okay, I didn't see anything. What I saw was the back of the optic, and I did with something called guillotining. I used the top of the optic to drop it in. I did not see the dot. I think in this case, based on the guillotine that was intersecting the middle of the target, I believe if we did this, I believe the guillotine would have been about right there, the top of that 507C Holosun version 2 green dot. The guillotine would have been here, so therefore the bullet would have been at the bottom. Let's do it one more time. I want to end on a perfect one. Okay. That one was absolutely gorgeous. The dot dropped in from this area, slightly came down, then I brought it back up slightly and I pressed the shot all within that 1.2 seconds. So I just want to show you a little bit of the dry fire that I'm doing. In fact, you know what? Let me take a couple to this side. I've got a really good target over there. It's about an inch target. It's about this high. And so I'm going to go for some precise shots. Again, I'll use the 1.2 second time frame. Okay, here we go. Get out of the way here. So. Okay, good one. That would have been about 1 second. I want to see a little bit better. If we took that target, it would have been off to the side here. I want it more centered. So it was a good shot, but I want it more centered. So structurally, I'm going to point my toes at it. It's a single target at this point in time. So I'm going to point both toes at it and focus on driving this side, my left side, a little bit, coming to the gun, grinding up pressure and building to it sooner. Perfect. Dead center shot. Okay, so this time I'm going to show you something that I do oftentimes, a build drill. So I want to get my first shot off before the 1.2, but then I want to give it 6 more shots. Now, I have a hard time doing math. I usually fire 7 shots because it turns into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to just do a quick countdown here real quick. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that would have been slightly low on my target. If this was the entire target, I would have been down here. I want it more centered, so let me do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one more time. I think that would have been a good one. Probably about a sub-second draw stroke. In fact, let's take it down to a sub-1 second draw stroke here. Okay, so this is going to be a 1 second draw stroke. By the second beep, that'll be 1 second. I want to already have cracked the trigger and continue on with my 6. The ultimate goal is to get this all done in less than 2 seconds. Here we go. Let's do it again. Okay, I was on target, but I wasn't hitting the trigger. I didn't prep the trigger at all. So let's fix that this time. Okay, I didn't see much of my dot then. I want to fix within that 2 second mark. Now I'm shooting at something that's about 1 inch. That's about 2 yards away. So about 1 inch, 2 yards away. Here we go. Okay, I think I ended the 6th shot about the time of the last beeps. Let's do it one more time. So one more time. I'm not truly happy with that one. Okay, I think that was 6 right there. All right, boys and girls, I'm just working on a little bit of dry fire work. Just wanted